guys, it's Gamer Ahmer here. So here we are back with another pickups video, and more importantly, I did actually score a few Super Nintendo games to go ahead and add to my journey of trying to find all of these awesome games, trying to go for a full set of these Super Nintendo games, the North American set, and so far we have quite a few, but we need the 721 to go ahead and complete that set. So, we'll just go ahead and jump into these awesome places where I scored some of these Super Nintendo games and so much more. Let's go ahead and check this place out. So I decided to take a trip out to a couple toy stores that also sell video games, and these places are located in Delaware. So if you're ever in the Bethany Beach or the Rehoboth Beach area, make sure you check out this awesome toy store. It's called Yesterday's Fun Toys and Games. So they just have so much in there, and I absolutely love stopping by. Now, if you guys remember, that's where I picked up my Mario statue from. So I had such a blast checking back in with everyone, stopping in. Everyone's so nice. I just love how their store is laid out. There's like a video game section, and I just love how they have so many toys. I absolutely love it. So, of course, when I was going in there, I had to check for some Super Nintendo games. And because we left off with 351, I knew that I was hoping to find a couple more of those games. So if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so that you can follow along on this collecting journey as I post throughout every single week, trying to grow the Super Nintendo collection and just some awesome pickups that I find. So right here we have this list here of the 351 games that are already highlighted. So I have quite a few to go through here, trying to make it to that 721. Just trying to complete this set here. So, of course, I found a couple games. So, first of all, we have this King Arthur and the Knights of Justice. So this one actually looks like a pretty interesting game. So this is actually based off of a cartoon, which I'm not really familiar with. And this is kind of like one of those like top-down hack and slash style games where you are playing as King Arthur and you get to pick different knights, to go along with you. So these are like AI, characters that really help you out. And it's really cool because you can kind of just like sit back if you wanted to and explore a little bit while your knights actually go through and just really help you through. And this is very interesting because later in the levels in this entire game, which I didn't really make it that far when I was playing it and trying it, you actually have to pick the right knights for the ending. So I thought that that was pretty interesting. Now this does have a much slower pace when you think of this whole entire style game, but there are tons of areas to explore. You have these different dungeons, you have these cool dragon, and you just get to go through and complete quests, and you have to find different things for people that you encounter on your journey. So this is a game that maybe I'd like to have a little bit more time into and kind of dedicate more time to explore this game. But is this a game that you guys remember, or is this one that you've actually played? I'd really like to know because I've never seen the cartoon and I don't know much about it. And then this one actually looked interesting because this one was more than a couple dollars. So here we have Might and Magic 3 Isles of Terra. Now, this game, I actually didn't really know what to expect with it, but upon doing some research, I saw that this is actually a terrible port of this game. So, if you're going to play this one, I would actually say that this kind of RPG style game, this whole entire dungeon-esque style, you should definitely play it on the PC rather than the Super Nintendo, as I've heard these horror stories and people just really don't find this port the best. So I don't really know if I'm going to waste my time trying to explore this game, but let me know if you guys have played this on the Super Nintendo and if it's something that you vouch for, because maybe I'll go ahead and give it a chance. But those are the two Super Nintendo games. And that's not all, because they had so much there. I just absolutely love going through the different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys. I've gotten some of those over the years. They had tons of Power Rangers, they have DC, they have Marvel, they have Funko Pops, they have Nickelodeon, G.I. Joe, Transformers. They have like a whole entire section that has like turtles, but then up you have different video games. That's kind of where these were in like the showcase. But they do have like a little wall that has tons of other video games, kind of like there's more common and like fun titles. And then the whole entire like back of the store, I saw some really cool like Nickelodeon items and some things like that. So who remembers this Flintstones movie? So this one was definitely a throwback when I saw this. And this was actually surprisingly pretty cheap. So we have this LeSabertooth 5000. So this is actually really cool for any of those Flintstones fans, anyone that actually appreciates some of the older like movies. This is just really cool looking. It says Yabba Dabba Doo. Guess who? It's Fred, Barney, and all the rest of your bedrock buddies from the Flintstones movie. Now, it has all of these different like little characters and figures on here. I do actually have a couple of these in my collection already, but I just wanted to add this like completely sealed box into the collection on the shelf. And because it was so inexpensive, I figured that that would be the way to go. They also had this one as well. This one is also sealed. We have this Crash Test Barney, and this was like $7 or something, completely sealed. Load him and launch him. So this like wacky character right here. And once again, it has everything on the back so that you could go ahead and like collect along. So I thought that this was really neat and just something cool to add to my little Flintstone shelf that I have upstairs. And then they even had this really cool Simpsons figure. So of course we have Bart Simpson. We have this Bartman character. So I absolutely love this little figure. It'll definitely have to go upstairs with more of my, Simpsons items. And it's just a really cool little inexpensive figure that was like $1 or something. So this was really cool. And then they also have another location. Now this one is a lot smaller, but don't let that fool you because they have so much jam-packed in here. So the first one is their like standalone store, but it's kind of like linked up in a little mini shopping center. And they have like this cool like bookstore. There's a cool coffee shop. So that's in Bethany Beach, Delaware. They have one that's near the boardwalk, near all of those different shops, and just so much like jam-packed over there. This one is their smaller location, but they still had so much. I just love looking through. They had tons of like Mighty Max figures, just like these little play sets that I don't see very often. I've picked up some of those in the past. They had tons of Turtles, Power Rangers, Transformers. They just had like a mix of anything and everything, and it was really neat seeing that. And they had tons of video games as well. But I went in there and I picked up a couple of these little figures. So right here we have this Dinosaurs figure. So back in the day with all these different like Happy Meal toys, you could have actually gotten some of these, where they actually like kind of move when you like press these little buttons. And they had a whole entire set. So I am actually missing a couple, but I figured I'd go ahead and pick up the dad there because this is something that I don't really see too often. And these were all in like a 25-cent bin. So they also had this Nickelodeon Blimp. So right here it has like this little thing where you like blow into it, and then it has like cartoons, animals, songs, I see food. It has like these different letters on here, so this is like a part of something. So right here it says 1992 McDonald's. Then on to this Power Rangers, Happy Meal toy. So this one was from 2000. So I just love seeing all of these like little shelf fillers that'll look great upstairs in the entire collection. And then there were a couple more. I got both of these Batman, like little toys. So this one just needs to be, cleaned off a little bit. But this right here is from, I think it says 1992 on here. So this is actually really cool. This cool little like Batman figure. You have him kind of like perched up on here. So this one is really neat as well. I have something kind of similar to it. And then this right here, we have this cool Batmobile. And it looks like there used to be like candy in here. So this is actually pretty neat as well. Just weird little things that, I didn't really think that I'd find. I didn't know about. So it's always neat going into these locations. Everyone's always so helpful. Just so nice. And you never know, you might find a Mario statue. So let me know what you guys think about this. And of course, we left off with the 351 games and adding more Super Nintendo. We are at 353 games on the Super Nintendo journey, and I can't wait to add more. we do have some more pickups, so I know what I already picked up. So stay tuned for that. And then of course I have a video game convention, several of them coming up. So I'm really hoping to grow my Super Nintendo collection when I'm out and about, trying to make deals at these conventions, so you don't want to miss that. So of course, let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite item? Was it the toys, Super Nintendo items, the cool Flintstones items, Simpsons? Let me know in the comments below, and of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.